If you don't know, now you know. This is the EO Beat Challenge official week 2. We in the building. We got a bunch of really dope producers. We got some dope samples. We got dope judges. One of our judges won last week's challenge. So we're in the building right now. Let's get it started. Hold up. Hold up. This is the EOB challenge. Motherfuckers. My name's Storch. Okay? If you got a cup, put it up. Today we drinking Handerson brand cognac. You got that love. You got that love. You got that love. Look on your face. We got Zeps. We got Joe Powers. We got Ben Bucks. We got Back Handerson. And we got Nonezeo. And we got Dimo. Where's Dimo at? Hold up. All right, y'all. Can everybody hear me? Everything is Gucci? All right, so just like last week, this week's samples was picked by our bro Soze. Can y'all hear me? Everything good?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so this week's sample was picked by Soze, and it features the Monophonics, who I hit up. They said they might be joining us or watching the Twitch or something. So the actual group that produced the sample might be watching or hearing what the fuck we doing, or maybe I'll send them the show later. But they responded, which is really, really dope. So we might continue on with doing shit like that, so we could all cross promote. I think it's really, really ill. And shout out to the Monophonics for just being really awesome and hitting me back right away. I'm gonna play y'all the sample. Judges, if y'all ready. You know what? Hold on 1 second. My bad. Soze, do you got the score sheet?
I got like a little score sheet I made.
All right, you got it with the 1 through 4 that we came up with the presentation, right?
Well, it's creativity, presentation, bop, and songability.
Yeah. Okay. So the judges are going to be scoring 1 through 5 for every category. So 20 points is the max that you could get. Last week it was 15, but we added presentation because a lot of people were commenting on the format. Basically, you know, your intro leading into the hook, everything like that is a big part of it. It doesn't really fit under the umbrella of all the other categories. So basically it's presentation, which is your song structure, your formatting, everything like that. Creativity, how did you use the sample? How unique was your usage of the sample? How did you chop it? What place did you chop it that was so unexpected? And how much did you manipulate it in general? Songability, you know, a lot of producers make dope beats, but can we make a song on them? Can we create on them? Can we rap on them? Can we sing on them? Is there room for that to happen? And bop is the it factor, the unknown it factor. Jesus Christ. Hold up, I'm sorry.
Do you lose points for punctuality?
Dimo, listen, you know, we all starting, we all taking it, you know what I'm saying, one day at a time, figuring shit out as we go, but Dimo is about to log in. Even though I said that, we all learning as we go. So cool, creativity, how different was the usage of the sample, ability, song to it, and bop. Bop is that inexplainable it factor, whether you could bop to it in the club, bop to it in the car, does it have that bop? Does it make you feel something? Does it make you want to bop to it? So basically, those are the categories that you're going to be judging on 1 through 5. Max points is 20. And now I'm going to play y'all the sample that Soze picked out this week. There's 3 samples. I don't know if Bax is in here, but one of them is really sick. Y'all hear it. Okay, so this is the song sample, Monophonics, Day by Day. Y'all hear that good? As usual, we play the whole song out. We let that whole song rock.
Somebody else has their mic on. I think it's tapping into your in and out. So you're going in and out. Somebody has their mic on. Somebody has their mic on, so it's going in and out. You're going in and out.
Oh, you know what? Let me just do the fucking share screen thing then. Fuck that. I was gonna just play it, but all right, let's do it like that. Bomb. And the reason that I like playing the entire sample start to finish is because if I just played you a little bit of it, you might have not caught that little last ending note, and maybe one of the producers used it. And now you know the whole sample start to finish. And when you hear the beat, you could think, oh shit, he used like that part like towards the end or in the bridge or in the middle or whatever, you know? So I think it's really dope that we get to hear that whole song out here, all of it. And all of us are in here like musicians or producers or rappers or whatever, one way or another. So we all have our ear and we could hear how we want to make it sound. So now we're gonna hear how they make it sound. Hey, shut the fuck up. All right. So bang. Next we go into the movie sample.
You're a bug, Mr. Wordsworth, a crawling insect, an ugly, misformed little creature who has no purpose here, no meaning.
I am a human being.
You're a librarian, Mr. Wordsworth.
Shout out to Back to
You're a
Work.
dealer in books and 2-cent fines and pamphlets and closed stacks on the musty insides of a language factory that spews out meaningless words on an assembly line. Words, Mr. Wordsworth, that have no substance and no dimension, like air, like the wind, like a vacuum that you make believe has an existence by scribbling index numbers on little cards.
I don't care. I tell you, I don't care. I'm a human being. I exist. And if I speak one thought aloud, that thought lives, even after I'm shoveled into my grave.
Delusions, Mr. Wordsworth. Delusions that you inject into your veins with printer's ink. The narcotics that you call literature. The Bible, poetry, essays of all kind, all of it an opiate to make you think you have a strength when you have no strength at all. You have nothing but spindly limbs and a dream. And the state has no use for your kind.
Wow. Listen, I suggest, because this is Baxter Wordsworth whole lane, you know? So, you know, whoever makes some hot beats, I would definitely suggest getting Baxter in the booth on one of them. Because when I heard that Mr. Wordsworth, I immediately sent him that sample. Like, damn, that shit is crazy. All right. So, bong, and the weird sound. So y'all get the picture. Y'all get the picture. Who we gonna start with today? So let's pick Angel. Who you wanna be first? Yeah, you gotta say who you want to be first. We doing it like last week.
Right. You know, that's a toughie, but gang, you know. Rashid doesn't want to give me any of Zoo's beats, so I'm gonna go with Zeps first.
Oh, Zeps. All right, so
I'm doing dishes. I'm doing dad stuff. Hi.
All right.
I'm gonna play his beat. Luckily, that's a great choice because I am still connected.
Oh,
So-
well, yeah, my laptop stinks, and I sent the beat to Dama. I haven't made a beat in 3 years, but it gave me a reason to make a beat, so thank you guys. It was fun.
So glad that you did it. So glad. That makes me so happy to hear.
Yeah.
Dope. All right, so here we go. This is round one, Zeps' beat.
I don't care. I don't care.
No, Zeps. That's fire, man. I forgot how you be making beats, and I forgot that your beats always have like a somber, melancholy, or like kind of devious quality.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
scheming.
saying? A lot of them.
Evil schemes.
So tell us what your process was. Tell us what parts that you use.
First, oh, my kid's wild in the back. Well, the first part, I noticed there was a lot of like good drum sounds in the sample if you like dug deep. So the hi-hat and I layered snares, but one of the snares is from the sample. The hi-hat's from the sample, and then I took like a kick from the sample, but it had so much on it that I filtered it, so it just had it turned it into like its own little 808 thing. So then I made the drum pattern with all the drums from the samples, and then I layered like other drums on top.
That's dope. So this is what you sent me, the sample chop?
The sample chop. This is just so you can hear like what piece I took and then how I chopped it. Yeah.
I feel the sadness in my mind.
And this sets a precedent that like y'all see how Zeps took his sample chops and like did that little intro thing in the beginning. Soze was doing that last week too. Like it's dope if you kind of have it on deck to be able to kind of showcase exactly what part. And we always love hearing the sample and then the beat. So it works out. Great job, Zeps. All right, who we got next? Who's gonna pick? Let's go with Raggedy Ann. Let's go. Elemental P. Who should we go with next?
Let's go with Joe Power, since I heard his name so many times.
All right, get it. All right, Joe, you want me to play yours too, right? This actually works out really perfectly. I already got the shit right here. All right, Lonnie Oceans, aka Joe Powers. Round
Let's get it.
Wow. That was sick. That was really sick. That's a wave. That shit was
Appreciate it.
that's a wave. I know
Thank
I
you.
don't got your chops or nothing like that. But can you explain to us real quick what parts of the sample you took? You know, how you decided to flip it and why you decided to go in the direction you did?
Yeah. Let me see. I could show y'all my little stems and everything here. Let's see. So what I did, because I'm normally not like somebody that chops samples and shit. You know, I do a lot of synth work, but I decided to have a little fun with it and try my own little primo type chops. So what I did was I took a portion of the sample, and actually what I did was I played it on my Akai Fire here, pretty much just like an MPC, and I played it until it sounded like this. And then what I did was reversed it so it sounds like this. And then after doing so, I pitched it down about 300 cents here, so it sounds like this. So basically, yeah, just took the sample, chopped it, rearranged it somehow, and then reversed it, and then repitched it. And then I just put in my own drums. So let's see. Just wanted to have some knot to it. Feel me?
Fire.
Something you can just kind of skate to. And then you know, I love texture, I love sound and color with music, you know. So like I just add like little things in, you know. So I'll just isolate the sounds here, like, you know, I added a heavy 808 so you can bounce to it a little bit. And then added a little like twinkle effect, with little keys, you know, something that just kind of got the groove to it. And then, yeah, like it just added, you know, a couple of little synth effects. And actually what I did for the second half of the beat was I just took the original thing that I chopped and just played it forward, but I just added more drums so it sounded like it was different pace and everything. That's basically how I came up with it.
I really appreciate the in-depth sound manipulation. That's something I always loved, because ever since I started working on music, I've always been around producers making beats, and that feeling of like reversing a sample or just like completely distorting it beyond recognition and then playing some fly drums and all of a sudden like your soul gets jolted out your chest because you're like, what the fuck is that? Like that did not sound like that at all. And I think that's so fire. I think that's so dope. Great job.
Right.
All right. So who we gonna go to
Thank
next? No doubt. Joel Cruz. Let's go. That's my bro right there.
Oh, and have the producers explain where they use the other samples as well, because.
Oh yeah. Well, I heard that movie sample. I didn't hear that movie sample was prominent in there, but
So the weird sound, I actually I had it layered in the very beginning, the intro, so it just sounded like it was revving up to that drop.
That's
I heard it. I'm just mentioning it because I heard it. So
word. That's dope. You're absolutely right. So it's facts. All right, Joel, who we going with next?
I think
let me see.
Wait, hold on. Joel, let's go. Tell us who we going with.
I think Nonezeo should go next.
All right, Nonezeo, let's get it. Nonezeo was in the challenge last week. He's coming back to take that belt. And you know what I'm saying? He's already 2 times in this. So let's go.
All right. So I call this narcotical.
The narcotics that you call literature that you inject into your veins. Delusions. The narcotics that you call literature that you inject into your veins. Delusions. The narcotics that you call literature that you inject into your veins. Delusions.
Damn, Nuns, that was crazy.
Oh, yeah.
That elevation, nonstop elevation in there. That shit definitely didn't stop. Tell us a little bit about that beat. Tell us a little bit about what part of the samples you used.
So
Why
when
to do what you did with it.
So just so you know, when I do these challenges, like I'm from like the whole premier school of as far as chopping up beats and goes.
I hear that.
Take every sound and you cut it down, and just to hear it by itself to see if you can manipulate it. So when you give me these challenges, the first thing I do is listen to the whole sample, and every single piece I chop it up. But there was one in particular that stood out. This one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So then I tuned it up. But then there was like this piece. Then I did that one. And then I was like, okay, that one's really dope. And then I took these layers and did the same.
Definitely mad scientist. Definitely mad
scientist. All of those sounds. And then I like Zeps. I used some sounds in there to make the beat. But then I layered like the snare with like 4 different snares. So all of those are in there just at different levels, just to give it that snap and still have it echo. So
that little vocal sample right there was really dope too. The high pitch vocal sample.
So yeah, that was the singing part. You know, the girls singing in it.
Yeah.
I just reversed the part, and I was like, okay, this works.
Yeah, that's sick. That's sick. That's an anthem right there. That's dope, Nuns.
Thank
Very
you.
dope.
Yo, all other beats is fire too. I appreciate that. The way they break it down, it's like it's dope. You be thinking like you're the only one, like I'm the only one that's gonna make this a stand, this a kick, and then Zepp says it. I'm like, yo, that's what's up.
Yo,
Like,
it's incredible. Same thing with last week. This week it's been vastly different, but last week there were certain things I was noticing that was like similarities between the producers that it's like, wow, like it's crazy that you got the same kind of glitch in your head that caused you to do that right there. You know what I'm saying? Like I know what I hear, but it's like, damn, hearing what you hear is like, damn, crazy.
Right? I feel that, yo.
Word. All right, let's go with Danny, big sis. Who you want to see next?
Well, Mr. Cruz, he put Nonezeo up. Let him go next.
Who?
Mr. Cruz.
Oh, Joel's not in it.
Put
Joel's not in
Nonezeo
it.
up.
You got to pick from who we got left.
Nonezeo up. Let him go next.
We got Dimo, we got Back Anderson, Loose Grams, and Ben Buck. That's who you got to choose from. 4 people I don't think you know. Pick a name out of a hat.
The last name.
Who I said last? Ben Buck?
Yeah. There you go.
Ben Buck. Let's go with Ben Buck. This is the homie I met out here in Austin, Texas. Great live performances. Let's go. Ben Buck, show him what you got. Do you know how to share your screen? Go to share screen, advanced music or computer sound only. Where he at? Is he even in here right now? I'm looking for Ben Buck. I don't see him.
No, it looks like he dropped out.
All right. Well, you know what? Let's go to Back Handerson then. We're just gonna speed it up. Back Handerson, another homie out here from Austin, KUTX.
That's me. Can you hear me?
Yep.
All right, 1 second. Let me get the sharing thing on. Well, for some reason, my music's not playing.
Beat challenge. So share screen, advanced, just computer audio.
Yeah, I think I did that. Hang on.
Yeah, he did that earlier. It's probably just acting up.
Okay.
Got it.
Can y'all hear that?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
I want to turn it up just a smidge.
The computer audio?
Or the program audio, but yeah, I hear it though, so you could just play it.
All right, cool.
Yo, give it up for Jack Anderson, man. That's what's up. That's what's up. Because I know Jack as being into a lot of different types of music, but a lot of like garage and UK stuff. So I didn't know what to expect in this situation, and that was definitely dope as hell. So explain to us your process a little bit. What part of the samples you used, and why you chose to do what you do.
Okay, cool. Yeah. And I definitely, like I mentioned to you, I totally like blanked on Eastern Standard Time and Central Standard Time. And I was like, I got an extra hour. I can do this shit. So definitely did not start until today, which was a big mistake because I'm a big believer in, spending your time with stuff. So hopefully I can do this again and dedicate more because all the other producers before me, shit sounded really, really good. And you could tell everyone spent their time with that stuff. But let me share my screen. Okay. And then. Okay, can y'all see my screen or is it still just me?
We see the screen.
Okay, cool. So I went through and
I just gotta say, I fucking hate Ableton.
There's a reason why they call it Disableton, but so I went through and I grabbed all the individual samples like everyone else has been doing, definitely the same, Premiere school of sampling and just grabbing every little like bit and seeing if you can't sample that. So I went through and I grabbed all of those individual ones. So like, let's see, this plan. I don't think this is playing. Oh, maybe? No?
Now you have to have your audio in your program to set the Zoom.
No, you have to. When you share video, there's a box in the bottom that you also have to click that says join audio.
Okay.
It's a very small box in the bottom.
Sorry. I'm such a caveman when it comes to this stuff.
Just reshare it again. Just stop your share and then reshare it, and then
share computer sound. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Sorry, y'all.
No, it's no worries. Do both. Okay.
Y'all can hear that?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I just went through, grabbed all these. All these individual little samples and then just went through, found the kind of ones that I liked for main groove. So let's see where that is. And then kind of, did like a more chorus thing like this. Kind of like a Just Blaze kind of, thing like that. And then, just layered it with different little things like this. Like this is like the one little horn break in there. And that's it. You know what I mean? Just kind of gives it this nice little... So I got that. Got this little rhythm stab here.
Where did you put the weird sound?
The weird sound. So that's like kind of like a hype build up, kind of like what some other people were doing before me. This guy right here. So I took that and I put a frequency shifter on it, and I think I can pull that up. Yeah. So I took the chorus thing, so it sounds like this on its own. And then I kind of just went and side chained it to everything, put everything on it. So kind of like all the individual tracks would impact the rhythm of it. And then it sounds like this. And then I also grabbed these little guitars right here. I like this. It's like right when the first beat breaks in the sample is this guy. Oops. I don't know what's going on. Whatever. But I think I've pretty much showed.
We get it. We get it.
Everything.
Very
You
dope.
get it. Yeah.
Great chops, great usage of the sample.
Thank you.
Let's move on. We get pressed for time. I'm gonna call on Luz Grams, Raul. Start sharing your sound. Go to share.
Up?
What up? What up, bro?
What up?
I ain't seen Raul in mad long since I took his money in poker like 10 years ago.
Oh shit.
This is my Jersey people. Shout out to Rec Room Turntablism Show. You already know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So you gonna share your screen, go to advanced. Before you click share, go to advanced, then music or computer sound only. And make sure your program is going to the Zoom audio.
All right, here we go.
You're a bug, crawling insect, an ugly, misformed little creature who has no purpose here, no meaning.
That's it right there.
Dope. Always on some grimy shit. I definitely see people in comments like this is a diss track. Fucking
Oh shit.
That is shit. I hear that. It's definitely fire. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your process and what samples you use and stuff. You don't gotta share the screen or nothing, just kind of just go through it.
Yeah, so I used the movie sample and the weird sound in the beginning. And then the sample, all the drums I used not from the song, just from like drum kits. And then the sample itself, that was a piece from the end of the song. Like after the vocals of the song, like when the song's tailing out, I chopped that piece up and then just went with it. I took it, I like pitched it down to make it sound like really muddy like that. And then I also layered it with the same sample, but like at the regular pitch, like a higher pitch, just to kind of give it so it wasn't so muddy, you know what I mean? And yeah, and that's it. Just tried to make it knock.
Yo, it definitely did knock. How did you use the weird sound? And I heard that you used the end of that sample, and I was really happy to hear that because I always love when somebody gets all the way to that part and uses it. So how did you use the weird sound? I'm curious.
So the weird sound was from the beginning. I don't know if I could play it from. It's like layered behind the vocals of the movie sample. right? So it just plays with that and it leads into the start of the beat. And that's all I used it for the weird sample. I think, let me see if you can hear it if I play it.
An ugly, misformed little creature who has no purpose here, no meaning.
You heard that?
Yep.
So that's that. And then the sample itself, if I can remember, let me see. It's going to be a delay, I think. Let me see.
What are you using?
That's some of it. So yeah, I mean, it's delayed in my headphones, so I can't really play it, but that's kind of what it sounds like.
That's dope. That's dope. Very dope stuff, bro. Very dope stuff. Glad to hear it. All right, so judges, everybody's good. We all chilling. We all in here. Skate Storch in the building. Let's keep it moving. Let's go to Dimo. Dimo's over. You wasn't here for the sound check, so if you could just go to share screen on the bottom, then go to and Raul, stop sharing your sound.
Yeah, it says I can't.
There you go.
Right.
Go to share screen, then go to advanced on the top of the bar and press music or computer sound only.
It says someone else is sharing. What the...
Oh yeah, Raul, click stop sharing on the top of your screen.
All right, we're good. What share computer sound, that's it?
Yeah, go to share screen, then music or computer sound only, and make sure whatever, don't do the share screen. So press stop sharing.
Hold up.
Go to share screen, and before you press share, go to the top, it says advanced.
All right.
Then music or computer sound only.
All right.
So and make sure your program's output is set to Zoom, or if you're using your computer MP3 iTunes, it should be already here.
Yeah, it's in the session. I'm in the session. Let me know if you hear it though. You heard that?
Yep. Yep.
All right.
Just turn it up in the session real quick too.
Oh shit.
You're a bug, Mr. Wordsworth, crawling in.
It's still low?
It sounds good. It sounds good. I can hear it.
You're a bug, Mr. Wordsworth, a crawling insect. An ugly, misformed little creature who has no purpose here, no meaning. I am a human being. You're a librarian, Mr. Wordsworth. Those very books.
It kind of cut out right there. I don't know if you was fading it out or it really cut out towards the end. If you could like say it real quick.
Yeah, I say it just repeats, but damn, it kept cutting out. I don't know what's up.
My fucking computer bugged out for a second. Okay, Storch, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, just play. So if it just looped, just play a little bit of the end because it cut out a little bit over there, and then we good.
Nah, it was just the same thing, really. Just I played a drop. Yeah, that's it, pretty much. Saying I kept it simple, but.
And as the one that used the Mr. Wordsworth part of it, like, yo, I see Baxter's in here in the comments. I would like to negotiate that deal to get Baxter on that track because I know he would kill that shit. That's his bag right there. So explain to us what part of the sample you used. I hear how you use the movie sample, but, you know, just explain to us your process a little bit real quick.
Yeah, the chop I used was, I don't know, in the sample you could hear it just before, I think when after the snare or right before the snare, it's this right there. I just played it different on the keys to switch it up, and then yeah, that was it for that. And then I added like some vocal. Where is it? Hold on, let me play it. Just that layered with 808s. It's more like a trap type shit. And then the second one I was working on is more boom bap. But yeah, that's it. That's it.
Well, you'll get a chance. You'll get a chance to play it because regardless. So don't worry about it. We all hear that.
Yeah. Not everybody's like old school underground. I'm hitting them with trap. So I don't know. We'll see.
Any style is welcome, man. Last week, our two winners, Jess James and Craig, both did some super next level shit, but Craig popped out with a fucking UK drill pop smoke beat. So anything is acceptable, literally anything, as long as it's creative and all of that. So yeah, you did your thing. Let's move on. We got Ben Buck. I see him. He's in the building. Ben Buck, last but not least.
Hey. Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah. So can you share your computer sound?
I didn't make it on a computer, man.
Oh, you made it on a fucking a washer?
Yeah.
And a base?
I might sound like shit, but we try. What's good, y'all?
If you want, you don't even have it on MP3. Never mind. All right, so play it and let's hope for the best.
Yeah, I made it with spoons. Okay. This might be a little trial and error. All right.
I am a human being. You're a librarian, Mr. Wordsworth. You're dealing books and tools and finds and pamphlets and closed stacks on the musty insides of a language factory that spews out meaningless words on an assembly line. Words, Mr. Wordsworth.
Just try it on.
Fire!
Oh. Fuck. All right, y'all get the idea.
Oh, I just gotta say, this is the first time. I mean, I know this is only the second episode, but this is officially the first time that somebody did it live on some analog shit and fucking was making it happen as it goes along. And I commend you for that. Although we couldn't hear everything clearly and everything you did, but the fact that we're seeing what you're doing as you're doing it definitely like compensated for that. Although I do wish I could hear it like on an MP3 if there's a way that you get it to a computer, you know what I'm saying? Or upload it to the EOW Beats Drive and shit like that so we can hear it too. But that was fire. And it was even fire that you were stumbling and fucking up a little bit and laughing about it. Like, we're hearing what you're doing. Like, and if you didn't say nothing, we wouldn't even think you was fucking up. You know what I'm saying? It's
true.
But that's how it goes. And that was really rough and rugged raw, you know what I'm saying? So really dope. So explain to us your process a little bit. I love that you pitched down as well. Always a fan of that.
Yeah. So I made the shit on a MPC 1000, ran it through a 404, then back onto the 505. Through the effects, put like a panning delay on the vocal sample. Then at times I was like pitching down the entire beat. And yeah, all analog shit.
Very sick, very sick. I mean, I know, this is EODUB. We have a lot of analog folks in here. You know what I'm saying? We are all of age, put it like that. So we all respect that. We all respect the craft. And yeah, that was really dope, Ben. That was really dope. Everybody give it up for all the contestants. That was round 1. Challenge. Give it up. Come on for you and give it up.
Yeah, that shit was fire.
Awesome.
Great job, y'all.
Yeah.
Very dope. So, let me ask the judges, how long y'all need to give us your deliberation? Last week, the judges, everybody was here for last week, so we all saw the judges are very in-depth in their response. They give you true and honest feedback and why they rated your score the way they did. And it was really dope. So I know it's gonna be awesome this week. So this week's judges, we got Big Zoo, founding member, our godfather, freestyle king, and has a sick taste for beats, as we noticed at EOW, which is coming on later tonight at what is it, 10 p.m. Eastern.
10 o'clock Eastern.
Right after Mecca's industry advice, which is right after this, which y'all should all stick with. Y'all should just stay here all night because this is where we at and this is what we doing. So yeah, we got Big Zoo, we got Soze, and Soze actually provided us the samples, was in the challenge last week, and is one of the illest producers I've ever known. So I know he got that ear, and I know he's listening like, you better fucking do right by my sample, because he treats the samples like
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, let me say something. This is going to be very hard. This is harder than actually challenging in the actual beat composition, because it's a lot more. I don't want to, we have to be critical. So it's a little bit more nerve wracking, you know what I'm saying? But I've just set the bar where Zeps, because Zeps went first. So I'm going to work around that, you know what I'm saying? So, and then I'm going to go by that. So everybody was dope. So just leave it at that.
Very dope, very dope. And last but not least, we got Dat Boy Craig. That's my love. And co-winner of last week's beat challenge with Jess James. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna allow winners to judge the following weeks. You know what I'm saying? So you could be involved in this capacity as well. So Dat Boy Craig, let us know what you thought.
Oh, we starting deliberation?
Are we starting? Yeah, we starting. I just looked at you. I was like, let us know what you think.
All right. So this was hard. Like just beats alone, I would have put five across for everybody because I love the beats. But I had to stick to the script. So I'm gonna start from the bottom, go up. I got Loose Grams with a 4 under presentation because of that startup and how he used the weird sound and vocal at the startup. Creativity, I put 3 because there wasn't much change to it, although it was very dope. It was a very dope sample. Under songability, I put 5 because I agree with everyone in the track. It sounded like a diss track in the chat. It sounded like a diss track. Sounded aggressive, menacing, grimy, all that. But again, it didn't change much. Like on Hit 'Em Up, there's change where they're singing a little bit. On No Vaseline, there's the sample that goes in there. So that goes into my bop category, which I gave a 4 because I was looking for a little bit of rest from the tension and griminess from the beat, like those 2 diss tracks that I just mentioned. But yeah, that's my score for that one. That's 8 plus 12 plus 4 is 16. For Ben, on presentation, I put it like a 3.5 because he started off with the sample. That's always with the movie sample, which is always a good thing. And I like that he did the analog, but I couldn't really, hear it much, hear all the, idiosyncrasies of what was going on. But creativity, I put 5 for doing it how he did it live. And the laughs that he was doing because he was messing up actually sounded dope, reminded me of some Mad Lib shit or something like that. Songability, I put a 3. And bop, I put a 4 because, it was a dope bop. I don't have much to say about that one. It was dope, but 5 plus 4 is 9, plus 3 is 12, plus 3.5 is 15, 15.5. For Dimo, I put a 3 on presentation, 3 on creativity, a 4 on songability, and all of those go together because it was like it was just a loop. I wish he would have did more with it. I put a 4 instead of a 3 on songability because people can work with that type of beat and make it dope. It's nothing wrong with that. But in the beat challenge, I was looking for a little bit of change up or something. But for bop, I put 5 because it gave me that summer bop feel. Walking. Hopefully, when this COVID shit is over, we can experience that feel. But it gave me that summer bop feel. So 5, 4, 9, 3, 12, and 3 is 15 for Demo. For Zeps, on presentation, I put 4. I like the way he did the kick, drops, dropping out. But on the 3 for creativity, because it didn't change much, I also put a 3 on songability because I could hear more of a cipher on it than I could hear a song. But for bop, I put 4 because from the beginning, I was not in my head, from the beginning it had that bop. But again, it sounded more like a cipher beat bop. So 4, 8, I can't do math, 11, 14 for Zeps. For Jack, presentation, 5. Those change-ups was super soulful. Super soulful. I like the way that it felt, for sure. And the change-ups, like I could listen to that on loop all day, just change-ups. The way you use the vocal sample was super creative. That delusion, it added to the bop, which for bop I gave 4, but it was like delusion. I don't remember exactly, but the delusion brought it back and made it, bop. But for songability, I put 3 because that as a beat alone reminded me of like some Glitch Mob shit or the Avalanches, if y'all know those artists. But it's just like, it's dope beats to listen to for sure, but I can't really hear a song on it. And the vocal sample you put in there was song enough for it. But I thought it was hella dope. I gave him a 5, a 5, a 3, and a 4. So that's 10, 14, 17. Nonezeo and Joe Powers, I both got 20 across the board. Nonezeo, that build up of the whole track was crazy. I actually wrote the word power as in the show Power, 50 Cent. It reminded me of the way that 50 Cent's beats have that guitar and just start with the groove and just elevate and feel, and the way you mixed in your backwards vocals was super crazy. It's a great change up. It just felt like right. And again, it just felt like Power, the show, it just felt street, it felt groovy. All the things that would describe someone like 50 Cent, it's still grimy, but soulful and like just groovy. So I really fucked with that one. And Joe Powers, I put 20 across the board because it was super modern sounding. I could hear Drake, I could hear Tory Lanez, modern bop to it. The instruments that you used, the change-ups, I could hear a song on it. That one sounds radio ready. The instruments you added to it and the way you used a weird sample as the turn up was super fire, super creative. So again, 20 across the board. But I fucked with all the beats and I just try to stick to the, to the categories as much as possible. But there you go.
Well, can I go next, Dama?
Yes, absolutely. I also put all your things in the comments too, whatever y'all feel. Everybody that was in here, who you think, who's your top 5 and whatever. But yeah, go ahead, Zoo.
Yo, first of all, salute to all the producers because the shit was cracked. Definitely salute to Skate Storch for bodying this, keeping the energy and the spirit going. Sidebar, shout out to Baxter, who's going crazy in the chat. Your man is on fire today. His jokes is on like 58 math degree levels. Salute to Bax today. He's killing shit, keeping me entertained while the beats are playing. And now let me get into my breakdown. it's interesting because my scores are similar to Dat Boy Craig ultimately in who kind of wound up in different spaces. But I'll shout out first to Loose Grams. Loose Grams actually gets points just straight off his name. Your name is Crack. That shit is dope, Loose Grams. Second of all, you did have a crazy knock to it. You said you wanted the beat to knock, and you definitely had a super hard knock to it. What I didn't hear enough of was a change up. I would prefer some kind of change up in the beat throughout in order to give me some more, flavor to it. The person I had second, or next up, would be
Which one of
back.
them would you want to be the most? Loose
I can
Grams?
hear you, bro.
Loose Grams, I think. Yeah, that beat was crazy. Oh, so
You gotta mute yourselves. Sorry, pro. Next, I have Beck Anderson. I love his chops. He actually reminded me of a young Nonezeo watching him produce. None is right. I always come to None with these big chunky samples, and he thinks it's like disrespectful. He wants to chop everything up into little pieces, right? And that's literally what Beck Anderson did. I also like his energy, just the way he was speaking. He's very humble. I want to see him back in this challenge again, Skate Storch, if we have the opportunity. But he came in next. After that, I had Ben Buck. I thought he was really creative. He got good creative points because of the analog way he did it. But I'm going to share with everyone in the future, similar to like those versus battles on IG, when someone's sound is not really clear, you kind of lose some of the bang to it. You know what I mean? So because I couldn't hear the beat banging hard enough, it might have taken away some points, particularly from the bop, but you get creative points. The next two people I had tied, which were Dimo and Zeps. Dimo, I give him straight creativity, but I want to hear more from his beats too. I would prefer that he get a little more change up in his beats, and that would be my suggestion for Dimo. But he got a 5 for bop. You know what I'm saying? Dimo had me literally bopping crazy. I was a very harsh critic, so I'm gonna tell everybody that Dimo's the only one on my scorecard who got a full 5 for bop because he had me going with the bop, but I didn't hear enough change up to build the rest. Tied with Dimo in my book was Zeps. I love the way Zeps described how he chopped the beat sounds and used the drum samples. I know he gonna give that beat to MC Sully anyway, so I'm hating off top because Sully gonna body that beat anyway, and it's not fair to the rest of us. But shout out to Zeps. And frankly, the two at the top of my pile, very much like Dat Boy Craig, were Joe Powers and my bro Nonezeo. Joe Powers ended up on my scorecard with a 17. First of all, the reversing of his sounds was crazy. The mood that he created, we say is a whole mood. His beat to me was a whole mood. So Joe Powers gets super creativity points for that. I was also quietly looking at your hat, my G. That's a crack hat. I don't know what that is, but your hat is dope. You might have got an extra bonus point because your hat is Benini. But
that's my logo.
Is it? Yo, I need one of those, my G. I gotta get that information. I was asking, my wife is sitting next to me. I was like, yo, what's up with your man's hat though? I'm definitely feeling your hat.
My dude.
I'm gonna reach out to you. I need to cop one of those. But the person who ended up on the top of my score sheet with an 18, and I've been over here talking to my wife like, yo, they're gonna say I just gotta vote for None because that's my man's. But I'm telling you, None's beat was Benini. The chops, the sample that he used, the reverse singing part was nut burgers. You know what I'm saying? And I know how None gives it up. I know he put time and energy into that. And frankly, I went to gallery view when None's beat was on, and the whole Zoom was going nuts. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was like partying at their crib when None's beat was playing. So he rocked out too. Yo, sidebar, Joe Powers, I think, might have used the most creative part of the vocal sample. You used the part where the guy said something about his words or something like the chop you used from the vocal from the movie sample was my favorite that people used from the movie. So at the top for me with an 18 is Nonezeo, and right under him with a 17 is Joe Powers.
Dope. Very dope. All right, Soze, what you got?
All right, I'm gonna keep this short because
that was a dope analysis, Zoo. That was really dope.
I agree with Zoo 100% with the bot with Dimo. He got a 5 for me. It's the only 5 that anybody got, except for Joe Powers, who got pretty much a 19. And right under him was Nuns with a 17.5. Everybody else was very consistent. I love I wrote little notes here for Zeps. I love the way you use the sounds in the actual sample for the drums. Yeah, I love that. That was great. And the way you reverse things as well, that was amazing. Backhand. Your chops are very. I want to hear more from you, just like Zoo. Your chops were amazing. I could hear Kanye on that beat. Absolutely. Honestly, that I hear Kanye over that. So loose grams, like Zoo said, I wanted to see a little bit more change ups, but the chops are very nice, very grimy and dark. I love that. It's true to your origin, as I know you. We've worked together before. I love your beat. Nuns. You definitely redeemed yourself like you wanted to. So definitely, you got a 17.5 for me, which came in second. Your bass line was sick. The way you did the chops, I could hear it in the sample. The way the bass line was intricate. I love the 3/4. The way you used the 3/4 instead of 4/4. That was really dope. And Joe Power is very reminiscent of Ninth Wonder. I love the way it's very the actual keys and the MIDI you put in it. Oh my, they're very soulful. The vocals, Jesus, I can't say enough about that beat. Really had me. Dimo, I could see Rockefeller over that beat. Very, very punctuated. The stabs, I love the way you cut up the stabs. But pretty much I had Joe Powers in first and Nuns in second. So that's my analysis.
So that settles it. That was dope, Soze. That was dope. Thank you very much. Yo, give it up for the judges one time. That was really dope.
Y'all all won, by the way. Y'all did your thing. Congratulations to all y'all. Y'all killed the sample. I'm very impressed. And I'm sad I didn't keep it for myself.
I knew you would be, man. When I heard that, I'm like, this is Soze all the way. But that was really dope. Everybody did their thing. And just know you can always get in here and join one of these all the time. Like, you could always come back and do your thing again. But for now, we're going to chop it up. And basically, we got Nonezeo and Joe Powers at the top. So they're going to go right now and take a half an hour to reflip that sample completely, do something completely different to it, and come back in 30 minutes. So that's 8:53. And show us what we got, and then we're going to choose a winner from that. But everybody else that participated, I know you did more than one beat to it. I know you did something different to it, or you got other shit. Right now, we could basically just chop it up about beats and, talk about the process and shit, right, for the next half hour. So who want to play a beat next? One of the, if you made more than one beat to this sample, who want to play next? Loose grams, let's go. Dimo, can you stop sharing your computer sound?
All right, you good.
Yeah, that was definitely harder than
I don't care. I tell you, I don't care. I'm a human being. I exist. And if I speak one thought aloud, that thought lives, even after I'm shoveled into my grave.
Freestyle.
Yo,
Oh my God.
yo, hold up. I think I speak for everybody.
Whoa.
God damn. Oh.
Go on mute.
I'm on mute.
Oh, okay. All right. I hear myself echoing. Who's not on mute? All right. I think I speak for everybody, and this is the second time this happened. And I gotta say, like, I've always seen similarities between your style and Nick Jack, but here's another one to add to that list. Last week, Nick Jack was in the challenge, and he played his beat in the challenge. And then when everybody went on their thing, he played his second beat that he made, and everybody fucking flipped their lids and was like DMing him, "Yo, send me that shit, send me that shit." And I think I speak for everybody when I say we all felt the same way. Like, damn, I don't know what your instinct was, but if your instinct was originally to go with that one, like, damn, like that shit was crazy. Everybody in here was.
Yeah, you should have used that. That shit was fire.
That shit was crazy. But now you know for next time, like, but still.
There might have been three finalists with that one, B.
Yeah, I don't know. I just went with the order that I made the beats. But thank you. It's much appreciated. I like all the beats that I heard so far. The producers are all dope. I would like to make one suggestion. I did tune in last week and all the beats were fire. I'm definitely gonna upload my beats to SoundCloud. I don't know if like maybe EODUB wants to set up on SoundCloud like a playlist every week. Or so. You know what I mean? Like all the beats that the producers made for that week.
Yeah.
You know, so everybody could just check it out. The MCs could check it out. The producers. So it's dope, man. Appreciate the love.
Or Loose Grams, you could just send them shits directly to me. Just skip all that other.
Hold up, Zoo. We gonna upload that, Zoo. But you know what? Honestly, we definitely need to use that for free EODUB, 100%. And all the beats from all these challenges are being uploaded right now to the EODUB Beats Challenge Drive. So all the beats, whether it was your first, second, third, whatever, all the beats that you made from this, I'm gonna send you the drive link and you can upload it there. And from there, we have a couple of things in the works that we're working on with a couple of different things where we could have this be a concise unit where we're gonna upload all the beats to. But facts. And I gotta shout you out also because Raul has been in my, ever since he signed up for this challenge, has been in my Facebook DMs like, yo, I got this suggestion, I got that suggestion. I've been bringing every suggestion to the table, and we've been either already about to do that or did it. Like he suggested that I hit up Monophonics, which I did, which I don't even know if they was here or the Twitch or what, or if they didn't come at all, but either way they responded. And I think it's a dope idea in general to have people that we sampled that are around and on social media that we could hit up and tell them to come through and kind of give their feedback too on like, what do you think about these beats that were made with your song? So I think that's really.
We appreciate that. And if anybody hasn't heard Monophonics music, their music is incredible. Check them out. They're so dope.
My go-to right now.
This is really an amazing space because we're learning about these bands and groups. Like last week, it was Skin Shape was the sample, and it's also a newer band.
Monophonics in the building.
Oh shit! That's what's up. Yes. Thank y'all for coming. I think this is dope because we get to, you know what I'm saying, discover y'all, and y'all get to discover like us and everything that we've been doing. So salute y'all, man. That's really dope. That's really.
You know what's extra dope? Dom, a true story. The group you put on last week, I went to their music, downloaded like 3 or 4 songs, put them on the playlist I use when I ride my bike around, and I've been banging it all week. Yo, right here on the paper, I wrote down Monophonics, Day by Day, which is the song you use, because I'm gonna add it to my playlist this week. So Monophonics, if you in here, trust you getting more streams just off of us sharing your music on this show. That record is cracked, and I'm already adding it to my shit. So salute to the Monophonics crew that's in here. We only trying to share the vibes, and Skate Storch and Soze bringing it all together.
Yo, definitely facts. Yo, shout out to Monophonics. They just said that Skin Shape is fam as well. So it's crazy. The people from last week's sample know the people from this week's sample. Really cool. Oh yeah, plug y'all Insta and all your information so people could follow y'all, everybody that's in the Zoom and shit. Let's hear from somebody we haven't heard from about what they think about this overall. Let's hear from Jess.
Scatherine Storch. Baxter said Scatherine Storch.
Baxter,
Yo,
next.
hello? Y'all hear me?
Yeah, Jess.
What up, though? Yo, this was actually really dope. I'm mad I wasn't in this one because that sample was really bananas. Like I caught it right in the beginning, so I was walking home listening to it. That sample is bananas. I was extra. I'm a producer, so y'all know me. I was extra like, ooh, I wish I was in that one.
Jess
But,
Cole won last week. So let's go.
all them beats was that whatever. That was dope anyway. All them beats was retarded. Zoo, stop trying to steal all the beats. Stop trying to steal all the beats. And yeah. Somebody need to give that one beat, I think his name is Dimo. I really enjoyed that one. And None, that was just None anyway. None is a mad scientist. That was ridiculous. But yeah. I just enjoyed it, and I'm mad I wasn't in it because that sample was retarded.
Yeah, definitely.
There's always next week.
The beats across the board were all consistent. Everybody was very, very dope.
Baxter, you got anything to add?
Nah, I just like listening. This is dope as fuck. It's so interesting to see the different ways people decide to do their flips and whatnot. But I really, really enjoy hearing the breakdown of the judges because, you know, I listen and I'm like, oh, yeah, I think it's dope. But then the way that Craig breaks it down and the way that Soze breaks it down, and especially the way that Zoo breaks it down. Zoo, I love it when he gives his extracurricular points for like people's hats and their names and whatnot. But and also shout out to you, Dama. This is a fantastic show. This is a phenomenal show. I'm having a great time. You're an amazing host, and shout out to everybody who's part of this.
Thank y'all, man. Thank y'all, man. I got to shout out Nuns and Souls because we're basically the planning committee for this, and Craig, and yeah, we in the building. We in the building. It's all a team effort. Everything, the whole EOW. I got one of Zepp's beats here that he sent me to play. Another one that he made from the sample. So let's hear it real quick. Let me share my sound. Bong. All right, let's hear it.
Mr. Words on an assembly line. Mr. Words on an assembly line. Mr. Words on an assembly line. Mr. Words.
Yeah, I made this one for Bax, bro.
You make that shit back in the
Want to hear something? Oh, you're hiding? Love it? All right, go find mom. Go find mom.
Words on an assembly line. Mr. Words on an assembly line. Mr. Words on an assembly line.
I should have did that one first too. Oh boy, I was not.
guys.
I learned my lesson.
Again.
You guys, man. You guys.
My strategy was like, I really
Fucking
like the first
fire.
one, and if I make it, then that was like that'll help me win. But you know,
No,
it was fun. This is great.
I get it. That shit was. I mean, your first beat was fire too. You know what I'm saying? But that shit was.
Bax, that's yours.
Word up, Sully.
You got 2 weeks. You got 2 weeks before I find somebody else that got that name. You
All right,
got,
well,
I see it right there.
Send it to me right now, yo.
Bax, shoot me your Gmail on Bookface. I got you. Bye.
I'm doing that right now.
All right, my guy. I love you guys. I gotta go do family dinner things. I'll be back later. Is EODUB later?
Yeah, 10 p.m.
Holla.
10
Come
p.m.
on, dudes. Sully and the Jamie. Soul's my brother. Good to see you guys.
Sully,
Peace.
tell Sully we want that smoke later. I want all
Oh,
that
she's gonna
smoke.
jump on, yeah, and the
Coming for you,
jammies.
Sully. We coming for you. Love y'all, man. All right, who we got? Who else we got? Dimo, you got any other beats that you made with that sample that you would like to play?
Yeah, I got one more. Let me switch it on. It says someone's sharing again, so.
Oh yeah, that's me. Hold up.
That was all kinds of fire.
Yo.
I'm playing now. Yo, if I mute my mic, that's not gonna mess with the beat, right?
Nah, you good.
All right.
That is no substance of no dimension.
Baxter getting his whole album.
Oh man.
That's it. Yo, the crazy shit with that weird sound, I made it into keys and then layered the piano over it. Like,
Bro, you guys gotta
Yo.
use
Hold on. I need to ask. So,
Wow.
what was your thought process when you chose the first one over that one?
yo, the same shit like Zed. I thought that was finished. Like, yeah.
Yo,
So
come
I
out,
was first on the banger, and then that one come back with like the smooth boom bap, but shit.
come out swinging. Yo, that
Yo.
beat right there is everything.
Yeah, I learned from past beat battles. Hardest beat first.
Hardest beat first because this is the thing. You have half an hour to tweak the second one.
Yeah, you might not make it through the first round.
I'm just mad that Baxter's getting all his album cuts right now.
Anything that says Mr. Wordsworth, send that shit to Baxter. I guarantee.
He got
you.
like 4 bangers.
I hope so.
Demo, bro, what the fuck? Like, yo,
Yo, that shit is everything.
That's 0 for 3, bro.
Yeah, the keys, the transitions on that. Wow, bro.
That shit,
Wow.
that shit gets
The
higher
feeling?
points on bop and song ability.
The song ability
Facts.
was crazy. Me and Craig was over here about the freestyle.
And that's one of those joints that writes itself too. Like you hear it and you're just like, yo.
That had such feeling to it. It's the
Right.
keys. Oh my
And the
god.
transitions, the presentation was so
chords.
flawless.
Yo, brother, do you hear us geeking over your beat?
Crazy.
I appreciate it.
Yo, that was.
I don't
pretty
even
dope.
rhyme. I don't even rhyme, and I was getting it in. I was like, ooh, I'm gonna come out.
Wow.
Yo, real talk, you could study to that.
That's so
dope. Vibe, yeah, that's crazy. I should have played the shit first.
Oh, that's like beats to study to, beats to study, relax to on YouTube. Nah,
Yeah,
that's
lo-fi. That's low. It's not no
That's the
lo-fi.
joke.
That bop more than lo-fi.
Nah, that VOD was crazy. That VOD was crazy. Damn, bro.
Appreciate you. I'll send it to the drive you said. When you send
Yeah,
me
I'm
the
gonna
link,
send you the
I'll
link
send
to the drive. I'm gonna send you the link to the drive because it's definitely like whatever that we're gonna end up doing with this. Like we want it to be super beneficial. We want you to be a part of this and come back and do more of these. Like it's just a fun thing for producers to do, if nothing else, to you know what I'm saying? Like sharpen your sword and challenge yourself to do different shit.
Yo,
So-
dead ass. I be doing the same shit. I be like making a beat and then I'll throw one away and then I'll play it by accident and be like, yo, what the fuck was that? Hold up. I'm like, I didn't even think nothing of that.
I've done that.
Your taste is going to be different from other people's taste. I got beats that, like you said, sit around. I'm not using it, but somebody else be like, yo,
Exactly.
We never know what's gonna sound hot as a producer. I don't even make beats as much as I used to, but I definitely have had beats that were just a straight up loop, and somebody would hear it and just make a whole song to it, and it would honestly expand what I'm doing with the beat as well. And you know, we just keep working off of each other and shit like that, and then it expands to something else. And that's the way I pick beats too. Like honestly, like with Craig, like I pick a lot of skeletons and then lay something on, and then we add something to it, or you know, whatever the case is. So it's dope.
I appreciate it though.
About 10 more minutes for those producers. 10 more minutes.
Yo, Pro, you got something to add?
What are you talking about? I don't even know what the conversation is. Sorry.
Nah, talking about, you know, the challenge overall and what you think.
Hold on. Yeah. I do have something to add. You guys are greatly talented. You gave all the best advice, and my team is the greatest. EODUB, global, I told you. Love you, Waida. I see you. I'm praying for you, sis. Is EODUB, is VZ all day. And yeah, it's just a lot of great energy. That's what we're trying to do here on EO Zoom. So stay tapped in. It's the right source.
Facts.
It definitely is the right source, and it all started, you know, in honor of our brother Vice Versus, and the legacy continues on, and we're doing so much cool shit that I know that he would love so much. I know he would love this so much. Like he would have been a judge in the first week, you know what I'm saying? So it's definitely dope. It's definitely dope.
He would have had wild show ideas already in play while we were just starting to talk shows. He would have been like, yo, I have 17 shows on deck that I already lined up in my head.
Full content spectrum. I mean, this is clearly turned into the EODUB TV network with 24-hour interactive television content. And there's nothing like it. You know what I'm saying? Like you could come for the 3 a.m. BCAT special where all things go and you don't know what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? You might see Ox drunk. You might see me drunk. You know what I'm saying? Like we in the building. It's a crazy time.
Maybe that might be true.
You know what I'm saying?
Is this recorded? I have a question. Is there a way, like, I don't, you know, like, obviously it won't be necessarily challenge based, but like, you know, like kind of get producers where like a little quick snippet, maybe like where, I mean, like, you know, some people drop a part of a bait, like, you know, like the drums, snare, blah, and then another producer would drop a different, you know, like a different part of the beat, and it kind of like
I was dead ass thinking that.
Combining, well, because you're right, it was Dama kind of said something that triggered it in my head. That's why I'm thinking that, like, kind of like where they all collab on one beat. It may not be competitive, but just something for, you know, for the love of it all, I guess.
You know, I think that would be really dope. And we were talking about that last week with Craig and Jess, to say like, yo, now the next chapter is y'all collabing on a beat using this sample or something else. You know what I'm saying? So I think that'll be dope if we do that.
Team beat challenge?
I mean, we'll get there. We'll get there. Hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. It's a chopper. That's fire. Definitely.
I'm just spitballing here, but I thought you said
that's what I was
tag team challenge.
You guys got to come to the meetings with me, Zoo, and Dama. And start spinning these ideas.
We get
these ideas are really good.
That's actually a good time for me to say that next week is going to be a little bit different. For the second round, we're basically, because I know that a lot of producers could just make 2 beats, and we want to make it a little bit more challenging than that. So we're going to try for next week is when you go back to your half hour, you could start your new beat. But what's going to happen is that we need that beat to be a certain BPM that we're going to tell you the right then and there, and in a certain BPM range, not necessarily a specific one, but in a certain range. And also we're going to add you another sample to go off of, maybe another sound or another sample to go off of that you have to incorporate. That way we know that you're doing something way extra to it that gives it that kind of MC challenge, competitive freestyle edge without sacrificing the integrity of the beat. Because if we make you start a whole beat from scratch and it's a whole nother thing, then it might not be the best thing that you could do in a half an hour. You know what I'm saying? We want the best beats. We want to hear the best beats. So you could have that head start, but just know that you might have to, you know what I'm saying, do some different things.
Thrown for a curve.
Yep. Yeah, that's gonna be dope. Back Handerson, did you make any other beats to that sample?
No, I did not have time, unfortunately.
All the
My bad.
producers, can y'all shout out where we could find y'all at and your socials and all of that?
Yeah, put your socials and everything in the comments, and let's all follow each other and everything like that. Yo, if Monophonics is in here and they want to say something on the mic to the people about what they thought about what everybody did with their songs and stuff like that, feel free. We here.
But actually, if they're not gonna say anything, can I just jump in real quick?
I saw them come off. I saw them come off mute, but I don't know if they're trying to say something. Cause I see that they came off mute.
Yo.
Yeah. Boom.
Sorry, my apology. I had my patch bay was out of order because I'm mixing a song right now.
Oh, dope.
Good evening to everybody, and yeah, all the beats have been really, really, really cool to see everybody take their own lane, their own path with the music, and everything from the boom bap to, like y'all said, the diss track, the kind of more trap stuff. It's just interesting always because you never know how people are gonna interpret the music and take it their own direction. So respect to everybody for doing their own thing.
That's dope. That's dope. Thank you for being here. It's really it's an honor and a pleasure to see that. And this is kind of like the path that good music takes, because the best music never just ends at the song. There's always the remixes or the reinterpretations or the covers, and or the sampling and making a beat to it. And it's amazing seeing it come full circle like that. I think it's really dope.
Oh, definitely. It's exciting for us as a band because we're all fans of the art form of sampling, and we're all fans of hip hop and where the roots of sampling and the pioneers and the people who really brought it to the forefront and made, like, I heard a few people mention DJ Premier right away. You talking about chops, so that's really cool, because for me personally, DJ Premier was like one of my heroes growing up. I come from DJing and beat making, and it evolved into more basically live elements and producing records with live instruments and really producing the records that I was sampling. That's how it all started. That's what inspires this band.
Yo, it's so dope to hear you say that, bro. God bless you, because there's so many artists we hear that don't have that same sentiment, right? That feel like their stuff is getting pirated or jacked or whatever. And here you are, you a blessing to us, you know what I'm saying? Because you see how your music is about to inspire 7 different beats, you know what I'm saying? So the energy you put out there is what gave birth to all of this. So it's like, you're the ancestors whose shoulders we're standing on, right? As far as this beat is concerned. If y'all didn't put that energy out, none of this would be happening. So I'm personally grateful to hear you say that. I'm an older dude, and I meet a lot of disgruntled and bitter musicians. So I'm blessed to hear you say that you really digging this, and that this is the culture you come from too. So salute. You've just earned extra streams from me. I'm about to listen to your shit all week. True story.
Yeah, man, we just dropped a new record, kind of right when all this pandemic shit cracked off. So it's on all forms. You can download it, you can stream it, you can buy it on vinyl. However you like to enjoy your music.
Ooh.
It's called "It's Only Us." The record it's got a lot of. I'm very proud of it. It's a real vibey record, and it's funny how kind of there's like a premonition kind of vibe to the record, because there's a lot of topics and things talked about on the record that kind of reflect what's been going on these last 2.5 months. So
for real,
please drop those links.
This is me downloading your album right now. This is me downloading this shit. Literally.
Thank you very much, man. Much appreciation.
Word up.
So dope. So dope. Can't wait to check that out. That's gonna be amazing, man. This is really incredible. Zoo, that was That was really well put, man. Like, really dope. Really dope. So glad to have you guys here. And, you know, we do this every week. And this is the kind of environment that it is. And I really appreciate this environment because everybody is listening. You know, there is nothing more than that producers and musicians in general want more in this life than a room full of people, whether it's small or big, that are really, truly listening. And this is it. Anytime that we're doing something like this, like people are really listening with their hearts and their minds and giving honest feedback and really feeling a way about it, not just on some like, you know, hearing in, it's like, yeah, cool, talking over it shit. Like this is an intimate setting for that kind of programming. And I really love that. I really appreciate all y'all.
Yo, I want to say one thing about Monophonics. I caught a live performance. I caught a live performance of them. I don't know, it was a couple years ago over at Industry City, and it was fire, bro. Their live shows, if you get a chance, go check them out. Fire.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that, and not to continue to plug because I'm not here for that. I'm here to enjoy the beats, but I personally. I'm the lead singer. I produce these records for Monophonics. I'm the leader of the band. I'm the singer. I'm the keyboard player. I do the string arrangements. Kind of have my hand. I do all the engineering and recording in my own studio. And but I also have a solo record, and I promise you, there is a plentiful amount of things to chop up on that record. So if you want to check it out, it's called "The Tales People Tell" by Kelly Finnegan. That's me, Kelly Finnegan. Check out that record. You know,
Nonezeo, write that down. Write that down quickly.
There's a lot of. It's actually already been sampled a few times. I know that cat RJ Payne sampled something and some other folks. So Monophonics, we're lucky, man. We've been sampled multiple times.
That's so dope.
Someone as dope as Pharoah Monch has sampled us. So we're blessed in that sense.
Incredible. And yo, when an artist comes in here and says, sample my shit, like I've never experienced that in my life. Like that's
Yeah,
so
it's all good. We just do the paperwork and do the right thing in terms of publishing and all that. Just take care of your business. Like that's all you got to remember. Like we can work together to create. Basically, you're creating new music from our music, and that's really cool. Like I said, that's an art form, samplings. But make sure
as somebody
you take the right steps.
You know, I gotta ask you, as somebody, because we develop a lot of content here in the EO Zoom and live streaming and stuff. And as somebody that's
we're at the 30-minute mark exactly, guys. I just want to.
All right, hold on one second.
I want to play Mom right now and just make sure we know.
Hold on. One minute before we go there. I want to just ask you, would you be down to talk about the logistics of sampling in a segment in the EO Zoom one time? Maybe take like half an hour, 45 minutes to tell the people, because we got a lot of producers and a lot of people don't know how publishing works and how different things work and how it works with the band that you're sampling. A lot of people don't ever deal with them directly. So would you be down to ever do something like that?
I would love to, because like I said, I started on the other side. You know, I'm a crate digger, a sampler, like I said. So I've come from it from I see it from both sides very clearly. Like I get both arguments. So I'd love to talk about it.
Amazing. So I'm gonna hit you up and we're gonna schedule that. But now we coming back. We got Nuns and we got Joe Powers. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready to share your sound and show us your beats?
Show us your beats.
Show us your beats. Where's the beats?
Dama. So I sent the beat. I sent the beat to you in your email because my computer's still not logging me in on the shit. Are you able to just play what I sent you? And then I can show you how I made it real quick.
You on mute, Dama.
Boom. All right, so I'm gonna start with you. I just started sharing my computer sound, so I'm gonna play Joe Powers' final round beat.
I am a human being.
You're a bug, Mr. Wordsworth, a crawling insect.
Woo! Fuego Diego.
Yeah.
Let's get it. All right, that was Joe Powers. Nuns, you ready?
You hear me?
Yep.
All right. The computer froze, so I gotta play it off of this MP through the speakers. 'Cause I was trying to transfer it. But that's what's up.
Can everybody go on mute so we can make sure we definitely hear Nuns? No, you can't really hear that. Started it.
Can't hear it?
Nah,
None, do you have the,
it's going
do you
in
have
and
the
out.
audio? None, do you have the audio canceling, the audio settings set up correct there on your Zoom?
I should.
With the echo canceling?
No. Hold on.
It's Mac quick. Just go. Yeah. Just go.
Okay. It looks like it's right. So you should just disable it.
Yeah. Disabled for those.
You know what? You could send it to me and I could play it.
That's the thing. I was trying to transfer it to the computer. It didn't work.
I understand. Okay. All right, so do the audio thing then.
So this is my only option. I'm sorry.
Do you have enabled original audio on and up?
That's pretty much what it does.
That's dope, Nuns. And you was doing it live right there on the MP. That's what's up.
I'm sorry.
It's all good. It's all good, Nuns. We could hear it better the second time, so definitely heard that. Definitely heard that bop.
Joe Powers, fire, dude. That's what's up.
All right, so without further ado, let's one by one the judges announce their winner. We all winners here tonight. Let's upload all them beats to the EODUB thing. I'm gonna put the link in the comments, the EODUB drive, and let's get it popping. All right, let's go. Let's start with Zoo this time.
Here we go. Y'all know that's my man, 500,000 grand, Nonezeo. We go back like straight shots of cognac. But tonight, I got to give it to Joe Powers. Joe Powers' second beat got me a little bit more than Nun's second beat. If I could suggest, Nun should just submit his first beat twice because the shit was crackdini. But I'm giving it to Joe Powers. That second beat, I try to tap into how quickly y'all got to cook this next beat. And I respect your gangster. And you cooked yours and sent it to Dama. I got Joe Powers for this evening.
All right, Soze.
What's up? Yeah. All right. So I got Joe by 0.5, and I had Nuns with the bop. The beat for that was the bop. He just edged Joe Powers on the bop just a little, just by a little bit. But the creativity that Joe had, and the keys that he put into it, and the little transition, and the way he filtered everything. Yeah, I liked it a lot. But Nuns, you just came up a little short, but you're right there. We can't tie it this week. It would have been a tie with me. It would have been a tie for me.
We ain't doing no ties.
We can't do it this week. He edged you by this much. But yo, both awesome.
Props. All right, Dat Boy Craig is.
I dug Nonzeo's beat, and I'm sorry for the technical difficulties, and but I dug it. It was dope. It had a thing, but I think it is unanimous that that Joe Powers got this one, and I don't really want to give out my scores for that one. I give Joe Powers it, but those wind chimes or them bells, whatever that was,
Wind chimes.
yo, that shit crazy. Wind chimes, that shit took it to the next level. And that beat, again, like I said, for the first beat, that beat sounded radio ready, or for somebody to hop on it. So yeah, I give it to Joe Powers as well.
And Nuns, I love the way you incorporated the weird sound as well.
Fire.
Thanks.
Dope. All right. Well, congratulations to Joe Powers for winning. This has been dope. This has been week 2. Congratulations to all the other contestants. Please, we do this every week, so just let me know. And you know what I'm saying? We could, y'all doing this. Y'all doing it again.
Let's hear it.
Wave makers,
we thought we was
baby.
gonna go way over. Let me somebody text Mech, because
Yo,
Mech is about to go in with industry talk. But yeah, come off mute. Let's give it up for the EO Beat Challenge week 2.
Yo.
Congratulations to Joe.
Unanimous. First
facts.
unanimous.
Yes,
There
Adam.
it goes. First
Big
unanimous.
facts.
Let's
Yes,
go.
sir. And thank y'all, bro. This was a fun opportunity. This was I don't really like produce like that, so I'm used to a certain like style and aesthetic. So like this was a lot of fun to do, like just completely, trying something new. So shout out to Dama, man. Shout out to all the producers as well, man. It was a lot of fun, bro. It was a lot of fun. I hope to come
You got
back soon.
anything coming up? Anything coming up?
I do. I got a little 5 song EP called Ridge Racer coming out. It's just dope, like synthwave and trap. And that's gonna be coming out next month. I'm actually gonna release the date for that on Monday. So I mean, if you follow me on Instagram, Lonnie.Oceans, you feel me? That's where I post all my content.
I just want to say, Monophonics, or Kelly, you said your name was, right? He said if you got a record player, Joe, he'd be happy to send you a LP. So that's what's up. That's dope. That's
Crazy.
Yeah, let me know, man. Hit me with an email, and we'll connect. I'll get you a record.
Absolutely, brother. Thank you.
And everybody give it up. Everybody give it up for the host as well. Dama did a great job.
Skate Storch.
Great job, yo.
Prizes for the guests.
Salute. Joe, just write your handle in the chat, please.
Oh, okay.
Everybody put their handles, man. Joe, could we get a victory beat from you while we get Mecca in the building to victory beat, whatever. You can send me whatever beat you got on your MP3, and I'll just play that shit right now. And and we'll just hear one of your other joints. Everybody did so great. The samples were sampled so crazy. Yo, Baxter, you already know. And I'm really looking forward to connecting with Monophonics and having them do that segment on sampling and how all the paperwork works, because it's such a interesting process. It really is. Just like production in itself, it is such an interesting process that I feel like a lot of people don't really get to see. And the fact that we get to see it and hear what everybody did, and even see their Ableton or their Logic and everything like that, and see what they did, like it's incredible. I feel like it's unmatched. So yeah.
Mac just joined. Just FYI.
So Joe, let me know when you send that beat. We'll play that, and we'll play that right into. So make sure you stay tuned to watch Mech. My bad. I'm chilling. I'm excited off of this. Mecca is next with industry advice. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Let me know when you send that shit.
All right, I'm getting that right now.
Soze, Craig, yo, amazing judgment, amazing feedback. So dope.